Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you yet again with another weekly video, and as usual I've got a bunch of stuff to show you. I am just overloaded with stuff. I really am. I got like piles of stuff that I need to put in videos, and I got a pile of stuff in front of me that we're going to look at today. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll hit a dry spell sometime and we'll get caught up with some stuff, but who knows? Anyway, yeah, so got some exciting items. I got some cool odd brand kind of diecast that we're going to look at today. I've got an LCD model, Toyota RAV4. That should be pretty sweet. These LCD models are pretty high quality. I had an NSX, and I showed that as my first LCD, and people said, hey, that's an older model. You should get a newer release because they're better. And I don't know. We'll see. I think this is a newer release, and I got it. So we're going to take a look at this. Kind of a basic car that you'd see on the road. RAV4. See them everywhere. So, yeah, we'll take a look at it. From the outside, looking in the package here, it does look pretty nice. So we'll check that out. Another model that I'm excited to look at is this right here. This is from Zoom. No clue. It is a Ford GT40 in Gulf livery. It's the number 9 car. I highly doubt that this is licensed. And I'm going to go ahead and say it probably isn't. It says right on it too, this is a static scale model car for display purposes only. So it ain't going to roll. Guaranteed. Not going to roll. But it looks really nice. So we'll get it out of the package and take a peek at it. So we got that. And then I've got another oddball thing. This is X-Car Toys. It's a Citroen. And I ain't even going to guess how to pronounce that. We'll have fun with that in the second segment of the video, but weird little Citroen. These X-Car Toys, another like Chinese brand. No idea. I don't know if this is licensed either. I guess we'll find out when we get in there. I think this one might actually be. So we'll check that out. The LCD model Toyota is licensed as well. So I think maybe the only unlicensed thing we're looking at is this. All right. So I found some Hot Wheels in the store. I picked up a 5-pack. Kind of feel dumb for it because I really only want the Chevy Silverado that's in it. So, yeah. I don't know. The 64 Impala that's in here is pretty nice too, I guess. But it's the Hot Wheels Flame set with the Chevy Silverado. This must be a new 5-pack. Found that one. We'll take a look at that. And then I also found most of the new wave of Ultra Hots. I love this series. I really do. It reminds me of my childhood. I like the Ultra Hot Wheels. I know they're not for everybody. A lot of people think they look stupid and whatever. I like this set a lot. So I will continue to collect it. We've got... so the only thing I'm missing out of this set is a Volkswagen Käfer Racer and the Mazda Repu is what I'm missing. So we got the BMW CSL. Pretty cool. We got the AMC Javelin. Very neat. The Pontiac GTO. This one's heavy. This has got a metal base. I think the AMC Javelin's got a metal base too, but this thing is heavy. We've got the Triumph TR6. This thing's got a metal base too. The 80s Pontiac Firebird. And this is really cool. The 81 Ford Fairmont. This hasn't been used, I don't think, since like the Hot Ones, really, whatever it was, Flying Customs, Flying Colors, Flying something. Anyway, those retro sets back in like 2013-ish, maybe? Dumas? Maybe that? You'll have to let me know. But yeah, this is a cool one. This is a classic, like a redo of a classic casting. So I'm missing the Mazda Repu and the Volkswagen Käfer Racer, so we'll have to try to find those. And then my set of these will be complete. I actually love that set. I've been more excited nowadays about the semi-premium lines of Hot Wheels rather than the premium lines. I don't know. I just think they put out cooler stuff right now. Anyway, it's more interesting to me. So there's that. I've also got some just basic Hot Wheels here. These are D-case. I've got the Pagani ZR, the Audi Quattro, 87 Audi, new for 2024. Pretty awesome looking casting. We've got the Nissan Skyline R33 mainline. That's pretty nifty. The 89 Mercedes-Benz. This would have been the Super Treasure Hunt if it were Spectre Flame with rubber tires. Sadly, it is not, and I did not find one. This is a Super I actually really do want. So I'll have to try to get one of those at some point. It's going to be a hot one, though. And then 73 Honda Civic Custom in yellow. I've got a bunch of other main lines I found, too. Those are just the 5 we're going to look at today. Johnny Lightning. Found this one. So this is the Firebird I needed. Then I'll have all of the cars in this particular 2022 Release 1 Tins set. They're all former Auto World Deluxe or not former. They're all also Auto World Deluxe castings that have been converted into Johnny Lightnings, and that's why I wanted this whole set. And there you go. I got the last one I needed for that, this Pontiac Firebird. So I'm pretty stoked on that. And then I got a box from Jay. Of course, it's a weekly occurrence. So he sent me more of these monogram mini exacts. So pretty nifty. We're going to end up opening these up. Yeah, we'll end up opening them up. I've got, that was a 89 Ford T-Bird. Then we got a Z28 Camaro, a Corvette, and another Corvette. And then he did give me this Mustang a while back, too. I think we're just going to open up all these now. I was going to save one in the package, but you know what? No, we're not going to do that. Not a packaging collector. We're going to go ahead and open up all 5 of those and take a look at them. They're kind of neat, so we'll do that. And then he gave me this Majorette Porsche 911 GT3 RS, a Jada Hero Patrol Lights and Sounds. That'll be interesting. It's a Ford Mustang. See what that's about. And then lastly, another mini GT Chase. Check that out. That's a pretty sick looking one right there. So we got that Porsche. Very, very cool. Should I grab one more thing to look at? What else would be neat to look at? I do have just a bunch of stuff here. Should we do another mini GT? Let's do another mini GT. I got this guy. This isn't new, but I reluctantly picked this one up because SC Diecast had it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to scoop it up. And it's, to me, it reminds me of the Joker, like cartoony Joker from Batman. But this was a pretty popular mini GT from last year. So I've got it now in my collection. So we got another mini GT to look at and a bunch of stuff. So let's go ahead. I don't really have anything else. We should probably do a, nail of the thumbs. What would be a good one? We're going to do Ultra Hots, a Gulf thing, mini GT chases. That'll be good. All right, so let's go ahead and flip the camera around as usual. Let's look at all this stuff. You guys know the drill. And yeah, stay tuned. All right, let's start this second segment by looking at these kind of oddball brands. I guess I'm calling them oddball brands. I guess, whatever. You can consider LCD models like a legit thing because it's, I believe all their cars are definitely licensed. I don't know about X-Car Toys. I'm not really sure. They might be licensed. They might not. I don't know. And from appearances, this one is under license from Citroën, so there it is. This is the Citroën Fu Kang. Say that fast. All right, so Y2-04. No idea what that number means. Yeah. Where does it say? I don't know when this came out. Not really sure. It's not suitable. It says 14 plus. Interesting. But 0 to 3, no, 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 no. All right. Well, apparently it's under license. Let's take a peek at it. Opening it up. It comes in a nice box. It looks like, I don't know what the deal is with that. Looks like you can add a piece there. I wonder if it's going to come with the spoiler separated and get it out. And no, it's there. Yeah, what a cute little car. I like the box. Big fan of boxes that come with the little plastic inserts. You can easily store the model. Big fan of those. And this is nice. It's actually like, it's glossy. It feels very sturdy. It's a nice sturdy, you know, will hold up and, you know, getting tossed in and out of a bin. So that's pretty nifty. This thing rolls just fine. It's got a, is it metal? It appears to be a metal base. It is screwed together instead of riveting. It's got inserted details for headlights. Nice detailed front there. And then in the back, it also has inserted details. I thought for sure this would be plastic. It almost feels plastic, but I believe it's metal. It's kind of lightweight. What a cool little car. I mean, it really is kind of neat. I think the bumper's plastic, the spoiler bit is plastic. The rest of the car is metal. The plastic looks relatively good quality and clear. I don't know. Maybe I'll get some more X-Car toys in the future. I mean, they put out some really weird models, and that's kind of up my alley. When you put out some weird stuff, that's when I'm kind of interested in it. So this thing is definitely fits the bill for weird for me. I'm not really familiar with the car, but this is a cool little buy, I think. So I dig it. I don't think it was very expensive either. I got it off of AliExpress, which I've been buying cars from AliExpress lately. And that's why you're going to see, because I kind of went down the rabbit hole with that, and that's why you're going to see some odd and weird items come across the screen. The next thing we're going to take a look at is this Zoom Ford GT40 Mark I. And highly doubting that this is licensed. And it just says it's a 1/64 scale model for adult collectors, limited availability, static scale model, car for display purposes only. You know, don't give it long exposure to those type of things. Yeah, I don't see any licensing from Ford, and or Gulf for that matter. So highly doubting that. Almost any time you see like one of these metal plaques, well, in an exception of LCD, because they have those, like these little metal plaques on the base of cars, it almost seems they're always not licensed. But licensed or not, I had to get this thing and give it a shot, because I've always really wanted like the Kyosho GT40s, and they're just out of my price range. You can never find them very cheap. This thing was like 20 bucks or something like that, 20, 25. And I had to pick it up, and I'm very, very tempted to get the other or more of them. There's different ones that you can get. I picked the number 9 car. They have the number 6 car that's in a Gulf livery, and then they've had some other ones. And then there's a Ford GT Mark II that's also available, so I'm going to have to at least get one example of that. This thing is screwed down to the base. We're going to go ahead and unscrew it. Let's see what we're working with here. Screw came out nice and easy. Comes with a little plastic bit there. Set that over to the side in a safe little spot here, and then we'll take a look at this. Now clearly this is not gonna roll at all, which honestly I'm fine with, because the stance looks so good. But yeah, you know, I knew it wasn't gonna roll, and it doesn't. One of the tires is kind of slipped off the rim a little bit. Now they are on an axle, so you can like rotate the tires. So if you're taking pictures and you want like the printing on the tires in a certain spot or something like that, you can do that. This one does have a little flat spot in the tire though too. You can roll this around. You could unscrew it and really move them around if you wanted to, because it is screwed together. This has a plastic base, metal body, and it's quite highly detailed and looks really good. It's got a little tow hook in the front, little tiny bits you got to be careful with, but I'm going to be hard pressed not to snag more of these, because it's you know, one of the coolest cars of all time is the Ford GT40, and getting it something that looks this good, I don't care that it doesn't roll. I think it's pretty awesome. So you'll probably see the number 6. I'll definitely get that one. I know that one's still available. It's hard to find some of the other colors that they came out with, because I didn't realize that these were coming out until I saw them posted by my buddy Elicio. So yeah, that's what we got. But that is a really cool model. I'll likely be scooping up more. All right, next is LCD. So this brand is also, I guess this brand's kind of relatively new. I don't know much about them. I guess I really don't know much about anything today. Do I want to leave this sleeve on here, or do I just rip it off? Well, I really screwed it up now, so whatever. We'll play with that after the fact. I should be able to open it without pulling that plastic off. So these should be licensed. No, I can pull this off. Would you set that over there? So this should be licensed. I think it's got a Toyota license right on the back. I don't, whether or not that's actually real, who knows? I don't know. But according to some other folks, these are licensed, these LCD models. And it's looking pretty good. This also comes with a QC Pass card. When it was inspected back in 2022. So I guess this isn't a very new model. It's a thick piece of cardboard, though, just to say it was inspected. And I mean, it looks really good. Let's go ahead and unscrew it from the base. Get that out of here. It's a little squeaky, but it rolls. Paint quality seems to be pretty excellent. This has a plastic base, metal body. Toyota logo's looking a little crooked there. That's slightly irritating, just because if I do end up taking photographs of this car, I'll have to Photoshop that, and that's going to be not that difficult, but annoying enough. But other than that little issue, again, highly detailed and looking pretty darn good, I must say. So, and it rolls, which is also neat. You got the brakes you can see through the wheels. That's nice. It looks very premium and quite good. I wish I could straighten out that logo. It's a separate little piece. So, I mean, technically, maybe I could. No, there's no way I'm getting that off without damaging the car and then re-gluing it. So, it is what it is, and I guess I really shouldn't care. It's how many people are going to notice that unless you really look at this thing up close. But gorgeous paint job, and it's a pretty cool looking car. So out of the 3 odd brand cars that we got today, I actually kind of favor this little thing for some reason. I mean, it's the only one that's metal on metal. It was the least expensive out of the 3. And it's charming. I don't know. I like it. It's really cool. But that Ford GT40 is really cool too. I don't know. They're all pretty darn cool. And I've just, I've been going nuts on just like getting odd brands stuff. So it's been fun. All right. Let's peek at these mini exacts quick. So these things are a bit goofy. Now, these are an HO scale, so they're 187 scale. Oh, that's interesting. Look at how they're attached. Oh, you have to actually break it off. That is weird. Okay, so, like, basically like a piece of a model kit. Or no, never mind. I thought they were actually attached. They're not. They're just pinched inside the wheel. That is an interesting way to attach a car to a package. So these things are tiny, being 187 scale. They're not super detailed. They're actually just a plastic base, metal body, or metal chassis though. Plastic wheels, but these I think were made for little like train diorama people to go ahead and actually go in and detail them themselves. So we got this little Corvette, and then I'm going to grab another one here. This next one is the 89 Ford Thunderbird in blue. So I think they were made for people to have fun kind of like painting the details on them. That's why they're just plastic, like little models. So you could go and paint your, or add decals, I guess, if you wanted to. Headlights, taillights, all that stuff. So it was up to you to add the detail to these little models. So definitely for the train diorama folk that are really good at, making dioramas and painting little details and doing all that stuff and taking pride in that type of work, which is really neat. And then you got a Ford Mustang, and again, more of the same. I mean, they're nice little replicas of cars. They got like a lot of detail in the molding. Then we got a Z28 Camaro. And yeah, I'm just ditching all this packaging. This does the same thing to hold it on there. I like that, actually. It's a really cool idea. It would only work with plastic tires, I think, but never seen it before. That's pretty sweet. These things sort of roll. And then lastly, we got another vat. Cool. So I had a bunch of these as a kid, and I think we found them at a rummage sale or whatever, but they were kind of like beat up and stuff, and so it's kind of cool to get like a little mint collection of some of these. I had the Mustang for sure, pretty sure I had the Vet, and I think I had the Camaro, but a different color of it. And I actually think I had the Thunderbird too. I don't think I had this Vet right here. But pretty nifty. And I do have a couple of them somewhere. I don't know where they are, but maybe I'll find them and show them sometime. I did a video on these actually a long time ago. Very, very long time ago. So we're just going to set these things back over here, and we'll move on for now. But neat little cars. They're neat little cars. I don't really do much that's not 164 scale, but I've done some 143rd. I've got a couple 187s, but I'm not getting into it. But we do have a few. So definitely not something I really collect, but something that having a few examples of I think is pretty nifty. All right, we got this Johnny Lightning, one of these collector tin ones. Again, these are pricey. I found them at Meijer. They're pricey because of the metal box. They cost a lot more than just a standard Johnny Lightning. Not a lot more, but whatever. Enough. They're like $10 or whatever they are. So they're a bit more than a regular Giant Loot. This one's not wanting to roll. But we got this Firebird, and this was originally an Auto World Deluxe casting. It's been converted over to a Johnny Lightning, and it's pretty cool. So, pretty nifty indeed. This is a cool color for this car too, or cool like colorway with the white. I like the white rims. I think the white rims look really neat. So definitely digging this. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I think I'm caught up now. I think I've got all of the Johnny Lightning releases of this tooling, and I know I've got all of the Auto World releases of the tooling, minus maybe a couple Ultra Reds that might have been in the multi-packs or whatever, but the Target ones. But I do have all of the ones, the regular releases. And this one, it looks like it should have an opening hood, but it doesn't. It's an Auto World Deluxe casting, so no opening hood. The top is also plastic because there is a convertible or top-down version of the car as well. So it's nice looking. I like that one. All right. What should we take a peek at next? Let's do this Oddity. Try me. I'm going to guess this thing doesn't make any noise right now, like the battery's probably dead. Only at Target we were able to get this, apparently. It's a Jada Hero Patrol. Lights and sounds. I don't ever recall seeing these at Target, and the copyright date is 2019. So, fairly recent. Oh, and by the way, they are a Majorette, really, but, you know, sent here by Jada, basically. All right, let's open it up. You can see too. Well, you can see too on the back what also was available, and we got the Ford Mustang Police Patrol Unit. Looks like you can also get some ambulance, some VW ambulances, emergency vehicles, and some Silverados as well that they made. So apparently this has lights and sound. I can feel the switch going, but this thing must be out of batteries. That's too bad. I wish it would. I wish it would have had the batteries. Would have been so okay. I'll have to get some batteries for it. Looks like you just unscrew the one screw in the bottom, and you should be able to pull the batteries out. Actually, let's experiment with that really quick. I'm guessing this is what you do to change the batteries. Yeah, there they are. And here is the unit that does the business. This is the switch right here, and then there's your batteries. It's going to take two what look like 392s or LR41s, whatever they are. That's kind of neat. So really, at its core, it is a basic Majorette, kind of. It just does not have an interior, and in place of the interior, they have this little module. But it does need batteries, or at least this one either just doesn't work or it needs batteries, and I'm guessing it just needs batteries. So it must have got tried a lot in the store, in the package, which is the unfortunate thing about having the ability to do that. Now, these batteries at retail, if you're going to go buy them from like whatever, a Batteries Plus or something like that, if you get the like the silver oxide ones, these actually are kind of expensive for this car. Man, and the screw now does not want to go back in. It's really tight. Cross thread's better than no thread, right? All right, so there's that. Back together. I don't know. Maybe I'll get some batteries for it. I wish we could have seen it light up, but I guess you can't win them all. All right. Next up, we'll might as well stick with Majorette for a minute. We've got this guy right here. Porsche 911 GT3 RS in yellow with the gold rims. And this looks pretty nice. I'm having such deja vu with these cars, these Porsches. I cannot keep track of which ones I have and which ones I don't. Majorette put this casting out, and like, I swear, 100 different colors. And I just cannot keep track of what I have and what I don't. Jay sent this one to me, and I just, I'm like, do I have this one? I'm like, maybe he showed it to me before, and that's why I think I have it. But, and then I looked, and I didn't see it, but I didn't look too hard. But I've got, I don't know, a lot of different colors of this particular tooling. And it's a nice Majorette. Plastic-based metal body. It's got the suspension. It's got the old thing where you do the window bits, make up the headlights, which I love. And it's got opening doors, but we just leave them shut. And the door lines aren't bad on this casting. They look pretty decent. So, I'm digging it. It's a roller. It's a good-looking Porsche. We'll set that right there, actually. And we might as well open up the Mini GT Chase of a Porsche 911. It's a Carrera 4S. I don't think I have the non-chase version of this one. I've got it in yellow, but I believe the one that I have has silver wheels, and they're different rims, but it is, I believe, the same car. And that's okay. We don't need it. So now I have, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 Mini GT Chases in my collection, though, now. I've got a McLaren Senna. I've got one Kaido House. It's the 510 Pro Street. And then, geez Louise, why am I drawing a blank now? I've got the Bentley that Jay sent me, and then now this one, this Porsche. Cool to get a Porsche. And that's pretty sick looking. I like that they did the yellow. So the normal car would have been yellow with black rims. This one has, obviously, yellow rims and a yellow interior. And I think the original one had a black interior. It's cool they kept the mirrors the same, like yellow color, though. And you can just see, like, these raws really kind of show you the quality of Mini GT models, because the metal is kind of like polished, and it looks like there's not a lot of junk in it. When you look at, like, you know, and I love Auto World raws or Zamac Hot Wheels, the metal, you can kind of see, I don't want to say like imperfections in it, but yeah, it sort of is. You can tell that the metal, let's say impurities, we can call them that maybe. I don't really know, but this looks like, I don't know, pretty high quality. So, definitely digging it. Really cool. This thing rolls, obviously. It's a Mini GT. And that's a pretty sick looking Porsche. So I am definitely digging that. Thank you so much, Jay, for hooking me up with that thing. That's a cool little pair looking at those back there. All right. We got one more Mini GT to look at, and it's this guy right here, this Liberty Walk Super Silhouette. Can't remember if this won the Mini GT like Instagram tournament for Lamley or not. I think it did. I didn't even want to put it in the tournament because I thought it was ugly, and I still kind of think it's ugly. It's chrome purple, and I mean, it's wild looking. The box is like foil too. I don't know. It's a cool casting. It's just, I mean, it's chrome purple and green. So it reminds me of the Joker. Cartoon Batman Joker. So, yeah. I mean, I guess it's pretty cool. It rolls. It's an awesome car. Really cool model. And I guess there's really nothing to complain about. And I added another Mini GT to the collection. I have a lot of Mini GT in my collection. They are a fantastic brand to collect. They are. I never thought I'd be really stoked about like a James Bond vehicles coming out, but they're doing those, and those are coming out. And I'm actually really excited to see those come to fruition and get some into the collection. But Mini GT is, you know, kind of one of my main squeezes here in Diecast. They just they do things, a lot of things right, and I think that's undeniable. Price point's right. The car choices are right. You know, they put out a lot of the same car in different colors. Like, there's a lot of those Porsches. There's a lot of that, a lot of this. You don't have to get every color. I mean, if you're a completionist, you may want to collect it all, but you don't have to. And I don't. But yeah. All right, let's bust open this stupid 5-pack. I don't know. Such a sucker. Got it for the dumb 83 Chevy Silverado, which is a casting I don't even have like all the variations of, but there it is. I saw it. I'm like, I gotta get it. I'll get it for the Silverado. Undoubtedly, they'll sell a lot of these 5-packs just for this car. You'll see a lot of them probably get returned to the store with that truck missing and a Maisto in its place, sadly, because people are really cheap. And it is what it is. You got to pay $5 for this Mainline, essentially. But sort of a consolation is you get this Impala with it, which is actually pretty nice. It's got retro slot wheels. It, you know, little lowrider. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. It's not a bad tooling. The rest of the pack, though, you know, it's a Hot Wheels Flames pack, and the rest of the pack kind of sucks. I'm not a big fan. This 56 Ford casting, I'm not a huge fan of it. I mean, we'll keep it as an example. I don't think I have really any of these in my collection, so I guess as a casting example, we'll kind of throw it in the main lines, and I won't. We'll keep it. And then, but these other two, what is this? Muscle Speeder. Yeah, no thanks. And then the Boulevard Bruiser is another no thanks. Hot Wheels original toolings. I just don't collect the fantasy stuff. I really don't. There's a couple of fantasy castings I've got examples of, and I've kept examples of because I really, really liked them, and I thought the design was really cool. These really don't fall into that category for me, and maybe some other people, you know, dig them, but it's not my thing. So these will get tossed into the kids' Hot Wheels bin, and you know, they probably won't look twice at them, but it'll be there and maybe get played with a little bit. All right. Ultra Hots. I love this set. I've already mentioned it. It's fantastic. It reminds me of my childhood. And what's not to love about the Ultra Hot Wheels? Come on, I really dig these things. So, pretty solid selection of cars for this particular wave. And we got the 73 BMWs 3.0 CSL race car to start with in Spectra Flame blackish blue, I guess. So that's the other neat thing about these is they got like kind of the Spectra Flame paint, which is cool. They got the Ultra Hots, which I actually really like, and they all kind of have this similar kind of electric flame sort of arcing looking flamage paint job, and I just think they look cool. I get it. I mean, it's not a realistic car paint job, and you know, some people just don't like it, but I dig it. And look at that, you get headlights, you get taillights. These essentially are full deco, but they're tampoed because they're like that semi-premium line. I think they're like $3 or something like that. It's worth it to me. I like them, so I will continue to collect them. Collect what you like, of course. AMC Javelin. This one's in blue. And this one has a metal base. So that's really cool. So this casting's been used quite a few times. I think it was used in like vintage racing. So it's been around for a while. And let's see if we can find a copyright. Copyright date's 2010. This one's heavy. It's all metal. And beefy looking. And I like it. So digging this. I just think, I don't know, like these semi-premium lines, I'm digging them. I'm just really digging them. GTO. And this one looks like it's got a little bit of an issue with the wheel chrome, though. Unfortunately, didn't look at that closely in the store. 66 Pontiac GTO. Hopefully these will come out in, plentifully, and I'll be able to get the rest of the set. Here we get a little bit of weird. Oh, it's coming right off. So no issue, actually. Purple, again, with like that electric flame look. Really low riding GTO. This tooling, since 2019, it's been around. It's all metal. I believe the tooling originally showed up where? Boulevard, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, you get headlight detail up front, you get taillight detail in the back, and really, I think these are cool. I could say it a million times, but I think these are cool. I know it's one thing to say, like, I don't really like this because it's so wild looking, and then, like, say, I love these. I don't make any sense, sure, but like I said, childhood memories. I think they're cool. I like the retro looking Hot Wheels. There's some charm to them, and definitely dig them. So, Triumph TR6 in kind of a copper. This one's plastic base. Again, full detail, and it's pretty darn neat. So, like that one too. Not my favorite in the set, but pretty awesome indeed. This Ford Fairmont is super cool. Stock car. That is super awesome. I know it's got crazy big back wheel, smaller front wheel. It's in a Spectraflame green, and it's such a cool like version of this old casting. So the copyright date on the bottom is probably going to be the retool date if they have it on here, and I don't even see that they have it. It's just an 81 Ford Fairmont. And the original tooling probably came out around 81, 82, something in there. And then they retooled it, I want to say, for that, Flying Customs Hot Ones release stuff that they came out with, I think around 2013, something like that. 2011 maybe. I don't know, somewhere in those years. I wasn't collecting then. 2011 I think seems more right. I don't know. Dumas will comment below and he will tell us all the entire history on this casting, because he's an encyclopedia of Hot Wheels knowledge. All right, so we got that thing, and it looks good. I actually, obviously, really dig it. All right, and then lastly, I had to get to Firebird. So the 80s Pontiac Firebird, I collect this casting, of course, and this is a great version of it. So it's a Spectraflame red. It's got the screaming chicken on the hood. It's got a tan interior, gold wheels, that electric flame arcing style, crazy looking graphic, and it's metal base. Super cool. So, I'm digging that one, right? Yeah, just awesome. I love these semi-premium Hot Wheels. I do. I like them. I like them a lot. I even bought a Batmobile. I didn't bring it out, but they did the semi-premium line of Batman stuff, and I bought a classic Batmobile, and that's not something I would have normally done. But it had a metal base and stuff, but plastic tires. I don't care about the tires being plastic or rubber. It's fine. The more variety of wheels, I don't mind. And I love these Ultra Hot Wheels. I just do. They're fun. All right, so there's our Ultra Hots. We need a couple more to complete that set, but that's all right. And then we got our, let's end the day with some main lines. We got the 73 Honda Civic Custom in yellow, red, and black. Cool little tooling. I guess I got to save the cards for these in case someone wants them for a mail-in. But pretty nifty little main line there. We got this bad boy, this 89 Merc, and man, this looks really good in red. I loved it in black. I liked it in silver. I think I might like it better in red. It just looks really good. I mean, this is a killer Hot Wheels casting. This was new last year for 2023, and it's already getting the Super Treasure Hunt treatment. And it's a Super Treasure Hunt I'm going to have to try to get. God, if I could find one of these in store, I'd be super stoked to get this one. I don't even know what all supers have been announced yet for this year. They probably all already know them all the way, you know, through the end of the year. Usually that's about the case by now. But this is one I definitely want. I kind of want the Escort, the green one. Kind of want that one. I'm trying to think if there's any other super that I'm really like, yeah, that would be really cool to have from this year. Well, I don't even know what they all are, so I'll have to think about that. But I think this mainline model, I mean, super or not, just looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, I think it's undeniable. So really, really good. And then sticking with red cars, we've got the 87 Audi Quattro. This is a new for 2024 casting. And I mean, could you tell me that doesn't look good? I don't think so. Detail up front looks really good. No detail in the back, of course. This is a mainline. You are limited to the amount of surfaces that they're going to put graphics on in the $1 or $1.15 or 20-cent, whatever they are now, models. But I picked up a couple of this one. I had to. It's just a really good looking model, brand new casting, and I love the look of these, like the boxy cars like this with just angles, no curves. And I mean, it does have the kind of the wide body kind of look to it, but it's really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. All right. Pagani Zonda R with a newer supercar wheel, spoke wheel. And this looks really good too. What do you guys think about that one? Yes, it looks good. Very good. Those wheels look fantastic on this car. They really do. Very, very good. Color looks really good. Car in general, very solid mainline. Very awesome. Zonda R, super cool car. Not anything really to complain about this for a buck. Is there? Solid. So this was all in D case, I believe, and D case was a pretty solid case. Lots of cool stuff. And then, of course, we got this Nissan Skyline GTR R33. This one will get hoarded. Godzilla R33. I think we've already seen this livery on the R34. And now we got it on R33. And is this the first time we've seen the R33 casting in mainline? Is it or not? I know we've gotten it in premium, one way or the other, and I don't recall ever seeing a mainline version of it. So is this the first? Oops. Is this the first mainline release of this? And for some reason, like, the wheels seem off center to the wheel wells, which is a little goof. And I don't know, is because, oh yeah, like this base is shifted. I don't think there's a way I'm going to be able to fix that. But this base, it's like slightly shifted forward. You can see a gap right here in the back. That should be kind of flush. So it's just like slightly shifted forward. I don't think there's going to be any way to fix that. But it's not that noticeable. But, well, I guess it is noticeable. Pretty cool nonetheless. All right, and that's going to be up. Another long Diecast Weekly episode. I mean, every time I do one of these, I debate, should I just make a bunch of smaller videos instead of doing these big, long, drawn-out videos? I don't know. I don't know, because I got a lot of stuff to show yet. Tons of it. And it doesn't seem like it's ever really slowing down. So, yep. It's a space challenge. How much can I fit into this room? And that's part of the fun, I guess. All right, you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below, of course, about this episode. What was your favorite showing here today? I don't know. I got a lot of love for this little thing. And I think that's pretty slick. I think undoubtedly, though, a lot of more people are going to be into that. And I don't blame you. It is pretty nice. So, yeah. All right, that's it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Have a good day.